In 1453, Constantinople fell and the Hungarian nobles knew that it was only a matter of time before the Ottoman Empire got its hands on Europe. So, they once again asked General Hunyadi to resist invasion. As it happened, in 1455, news came from the Croatian envoys that Sultan Mehmed II was planning to invade Hungary. The Wallachians, supported by the Ottomans, even plundered Transylvanian manors, and we had to flee back to Buda in haste. At the end of that year, General Hunyadi made a public reconciliation with all the enemies in Europe in order to unite the forces of Christendom to fight against the infidels. But Frederick III and the great nobles only conceded not to stab him in the back, but did not promise to join the war, and General Hunyadi was still alone. So he recruited the soldiers who had fought with him in the past, and I was among them. The first target of the Ottoman army was Belgrade, located on the eastern border. They tried to force Hungary to cede the city in exchange for peace before, but got rejected by General Hunyadi. Belgrade was located at the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers, an important position that could not be compromised. In June 1456, Mehmed II himself led his troops to Belgrade. Their cannons could break through the walls at any time. General Hunyadi assembled a fleet of 200 ships and tried to go downstream from the Danube to Belgrade. To our surprise, the Ottomans were probably so busy attacking by land that the blockade on the river was quite weak. Finally, before Belgrade was completely destroyed, our reinforcements arrived at the port.
The Ottoman army is starting to attack the outer walls of Belgrade. Stop them and defend the palace. We must get to Belgrade immediately and assist the local garrison to organize a defense. The Ottomans have a blockade on land, but they are weak on the river. Hungarian reinforcements are trying to cross the Danube. That's out of expectation. Shouldn't their cavalry be marching by land? Watch out for the bombard tower on the island. Don't let the transport ship get sunk. General Hunyadi, please go directly to the palace. We've been waiting for you for a long time. General Hunyadi, the Ottoman Sultan is leading a large army to besiege the city, so please think of a way to crack their cannons.
Has the White Knight of Hungary also come to Belgrade to save the city? I dare not take this opponent lightly. It's just about nighttime, so let's go back and rest. Tomorrow we will break through the walls.
The night has come, and the Ottoman army has temporarily returned to the camp to rest. If we want to win, we must raid their camp at night and destroy the powder towers there. In addition, it is crucial to seize the opportunity of the night to fortify Belgrade and stockpile resources.
Szolgálatára. Értettem.
General, bodies of rats have been found in the city before, so please be alarmed of diseases. Once the Black Death spread, we could all die.
Parancs. Igen, uram. Értettem. Rendben.
The monks taught us that we should never give up fighting against infidels no matter what our circumstances. We will assist outside the city, and if you can help capture Zimai, we will have better equipment. The resources in the city are insufficient. If we can split a small force to attack the Ottoman factories, we can get their supplies. I'm sure the Ottoman fleet on the Danube won't let us off so easily. It's better to destroy the docks before they can sneak up on the city.
Parancs. Rendben.
Daylight has arrived, and we can no longer continue our raid on the Ottoman camp without alarming their army. Gather the troops together to defend the walls.
Szolgálat. Igen, értettem. Parancs. Igen, uram.
Jó napot! Szolgálatára, bányászok.
Igen. Előre! Szolgálatára. Támadás! Igen. Támadás!
Although we are unable to resist the Ottoman army head-on, we will have no problem defeating the side army.
Is it? Come and try it if you have one, but don't think that stationing behind means we are weak.
Szolgálatára. Előre! Rendben. Támadás! Igen, értettem. Igen, uram. Igen, rendben. Igen, uram. Előre! Rohan! Szolgálatára.
The terrible Black Death broke out in the city. May God bless us through this pandemic.
Támadás!
Igen. Parancs. Azonnal. Igenis. Jó napot. Építkezek, 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 építkezek. Építkezek, építkezek, építkezek.
Parancs, rendben. Szolgálok át.
All Ottoman resource factories have been destroyed by us. It feels so good to eat food provided by their enemy.
This wound cannot stop me from fighting. I'll be back once I've got treated.
Igen. Gazdálkodok. Gyűjtögetek, 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 gyűjtögetek. Gazdálkodok.
The terrible Black Death broke out in the city. May God bless us through this pandemic. Thank God we managed to destroy one of the enemy's powder towers. This can at least slow down their cannon assembly speed.
Hunyadi thought that destroying the powder tower would prevent us from assembling cannons. Did not expect that he is so naive after fighting for so many years. Maybe Ottoman is so powerful that he can't imagine it.
We must keep attacking and destroy all the powder towers in one go. Otherwise, the Ottoman supplies will continue to flow to the front.
Adjon Isten! Parancs, azonnal, értettem. Szolgálatára.
Igen. Parancs. Gazdálkodó. Szolgálatára. Gazdálkodó.
Jó napot, gazdálkodok.
Parancs. Szolgálatára. Jó napot. Megyek. Értettem. Azonnal. Igen, megyek. Igen. Parancs. Bányászok.
The terrible Black Death broke out in the city. May God bless us through this pandemic. Not many powder towers left. Belgrade's defenders, hold out a little longer, and the victory will be ours.
Hagyjon Isten.
This wound cannot stop me from fighting. I'll be back once I've got treated.
There was a deafening explosion when the powder tower collapsed. Thankfully, we dodged in time. The Ottomans won't be able to make more cannons anytime soon. The peasant crusaders also wreaked havoc on their camp. It's time to fight back.
How could I be defeated here? Even Constantinople collapsed in front of my cannons. Ah, damn, I got hit by an archer. Help me back to camp.
Well done, Archer. The Ottoman Sultan passed out after being hit, and now they can only give up the siege. Your bravery saved Belgrade, and I pay all of you great respect.
Just when we were besieged in the inner city and our provisions were about to run out, the peasant crusaders began a desperate counterattack. Led by Friar Giovanni de Capistrano, they began a frenzied attack on the Ottoman camp. Despite General Hunyadi ordered us not to act rashly, some soldiers joined the peasant crusaders who were in high morale. If only we could destroy the Ottoman siege force, they would not be able to break Belgrade anytime soon. Muhammad II was caught off guard. In the chaos, an archer shot him in the thigh, causing the Sultan to pass out. Pity that he was not killed. General Hunyadi then began to lead his cavalry to sweep the battlefield, and the battle-weary Ottoman army began to retreat, leaving only their devastated camp behind. That night, General Hunyadi ordered us all to stand by behind the walls in case of a counterattack. But the expected counterattack did not come, and the Ottoman army retreated overnight with their unconscious Sultan. They escaped quite quickly, and within a few days they fled back to Constantinople, unable to threaten Hungarian territory again in the short term. But we still didn't get a perfect victory. Shortly after the retreat of the Ottoman army, a plague broke out in the city of Belgrade. The dreaded Black Death quickly swept through the city, and the soldiers in the barracks were mostly infected. The infidels were beaten and scattered, but they luckily escaped the damn plague. My consciousness began to fade, a strong and irresistible drowsiness came over, and it was as if I heard the whispering of death in my ears. The silence around me was finally broken by cries of grief, and I knew that the general had come to the end of his life, but I didn't even have the strength to stand up and mourn for him anymore. The cold that gripped me seemed to finally let me go. I took one last look at my comrades in disarray and slowly closed my eyes. At the end of my life, there was no joy of victory. I felt only regret, only sadness.